Oh my God, what's happening? I literally have not been looking at stocks or anything for like the last 2 hours. I posted a really good video on stocks you should watch. Is the market going to crash again? Very important video for you to watch. If you haven't watched that yet, watch that either after this or whenever you want. But I've kind of had my head in the sand the last couple hours because I've been making that video, and then Russ just wiped, so we had to get our base up. Yeah, that is also a true story. But anyway, wow, I am just now opening up the charts here, and this is pretty crazy. So let's take a peek at what's going on here. This is just nuts. So what do we got here? Nano Dimension up 17%. Now remember, this has rallied all the way up to $16, $17 before this whole crashy washy. So this is that's a pretty big move. Okay, then we've got Blink Charging. These charging companies, these guys oversold so hardcore. I mean, talk about hardcore sell-off. These charging companies got wrecked in the sell-off. So it's not a surprise that we're kind of seeing some of this enjoyment come back, or some love, I should say, coming back to this the stock. So Nano Dimension, Blink, absolutely crushing it. The Coupang stock looks like it's kind of settled down after the open here. Very strong open, obviously, straight down since the open. I actually did not mean to put that up, so whoever put that up, or maybe I accidentally clicked it. Good job. 12.75% on Shift Technologies. Man, this company is so undervalued. I feel like I'm like trying to pump it. It doesn't matter. Like what I care about is Wall Street one day discovering how undervalued Shift Technologies is, and then we get the real pump. I'm not going to be able to do that. Gevo, 12.5%. This also ran to like 16, 17 bucks, if I remember correctly. Really, really impressive. And it's coming back in. I personally am not a big biofuels dude. I think biofuels is going to be like a 2030 thing. Riot Blockchain skyrocketing back. I mean, this is an incredible day. I mean, this is not obviously the kind of day that I would be buying in, but then again, there are still deals. I mean, Redfin under 80. Like I don't love buying Redfin over 80. I did a little bit of a nibble at 85. I shouldn't have. I've got probably $1.3 million in the stock, probably maybe even more at this point because I bought at the dip quite a bit. At these high thresholds, I mean, my cost base is on it's like $30 or something like that. I don't want to keep pushing in on this one too heavily because I feel like I'm almost a little overexposed on Redfin. Neo, there we go, straight over 45. We knew this. We tagged you in a post on Twitter in our community. You could spread this. Tagged you in a post on Twitter. Okay. I mean, I don't mind looking what's going on Twitter. Okay, but we got to keep going here with what's happening here. See, the problem is, I actually don't know where these mentions are. What's your Twitter name? Maybe just post your Twitter name if you don't mind. What's your name here? Superman? Okay. Anyway, so Neo, 11%. We've got holy crap. I mean, wait. Oh, that's the Tesla option. Okay. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, where's Tesla? Here's Tesla. There we go. Okay. I was gonna say, like, Tesla, the stock is not up 10%. So Tesla is sat at 702 there for a brief little hot minute, and now this thing, it kind of sold off a tiny little bit here, running into the close. We're at sitting at about 700 on Tesla. AMC not doing like spectacularly relative to the earnings excitement we had in the after hours yesterday. After hours yesterday, this thing ran up to like 13, 14%, and it's kind of selling off a little bit now. So yeah, not seeing the love there. Okay, what else do we have here? We've got okay, Tesla, Snowflake actually down a little bit. Yeah, they trended down today. Snowflake down. Poshma, exact same handle as here. That long thing? Superman, if he was. Yeah, okay. Good for you, man. That's awesome. Okay, so what is this? So I don't, this isn't about my channel though. This is about a different channel. I haven't seen. I maybe I'll look into this a little bit later. I hope you could see this before the stream comes on. If you could spread this message, yeah. I mean, Don't know if this has to do with this channel. I think you're talking about the community in general. Okay, fair. So Superman has a statement about the community that he wants to shout out. All right, so we gotta focus on the candlesticks here. We've only got 7 minutes. Pinterest, 4.4%. Plantronics, wow. Okay, geez, a little flat here throughout the rest of the day. Pinterest back over 70. Dang it. And Tesla going back over 700. Our numbers are going away. Our big buy opportunities, right? And can you believe Tesla was under 600 for a while? I mean, it was like 3 days. It was under 600. Crazy. Okay, so okay, nothing. EBIX almost 31. Cool. Actually opened higher today, but it's kind of sold off a little bit. Let's go to the all stocks tab here. Palantir 8%. Nice. Airbnb knocking on 200 again. Too expensive. Jeez, man. Almost 46 again at Neo. Remember when that was like 33 for a hot minute? It was spent a lot more time at like 36 to 38, but wow. Express and costs really leading the declines today. GameStop, I mean, the fact that GameStop's only down 1% is like nothing, right? Somebody said there was a test drive video of CCAV. Where? You want to pin the comment for the stock? Oh, thank you for that. How did I forget doing that again? Sorry. Get 38% off. Expiring in, what was it? We'll look at Workhorse in a second. Expiring in 4 days. Use code HODL to join private live streams, lifetime access to lectures, private chat, and buy sell alerts in stocks psychology. Okay, good. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate that. Okay, sorry. Okay, AT&T will never be over $30. It's ridiculous. It's like the running joke. Rocket's actually almost 26 bucks. I mean, even though it's red, it's fine. CCIV test drive is pretty dope. I would love to see that. Can somebody in maybe Discord tag what this test drive video is for CCIV in the private stock chat? So if somebody has that, that'd be really cool. What's CCIV doing today? Yeah, let's try to see what kind of leftover value we have going on right now. 26 bucks at CCIV is still cheap, relatively, you know, for what it is. I think under 30, we're gonna, you know, that'll go down ultimately as a bargain. And phase up another 8% here today. We're at 165. Fair, gosh, these are some big numbers. This is some really big moves here. Virgin Galactic back up. We got Open Door, Gevo, beautiful. I mean, what a run. Bumble's up 13%. My goodness. Oh, Lucid Air Test Drive. Thank you. Lucid Motors. Oh. These candidate vehicles are the last step before production. They're made in our AMP1 factory. Yeah, that makes sense. Those are, I call them the beta vehicles. Oh. Okay.
So leaving the building now, heading out on the road. First drive in this car. Super exciting.
We saw this. Like, we saw there was some kind of car on the road like 3 or 4 days ago that somebody saw outside of Fremont.
Proving ground for the vehicle dynamics. I'm really looking forward to this. Here we head west across San Francisco Bay.
I like how he has a Motorola radio in the cup holder there.
Traffic lights there. Beginning to get nice. We recently upped the regen from 0.25G to 0.3.
Yeah, we don't have a whole 5 minutes for this, but interesting. I mean, that's nice. That's good. Oh, chew gum. Oh, I appreciate that. Guys, buy the course. It's worth it. I promise you. Only printing 10D since buying it. Oh, I appreciate y'all. Shout out. Thank you for that. This guy is such a good. Peter Rawlinson though, dude. You just like melt when you listen to this guy talk. It's like I'm jealous. Somebody else signed up. Oh, Danny. Shout out to Danny on Twitter for signing up earlier. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Schwab having issues all day. You know, M1 Finance was down this morning. Like, I don't get it. That was really annoying. Okay, so, geez, thank you. You guys are all just being too nice today. Okay, wow, Nano Dimension doing pretty incredibly here. Still over 11% here. We, oh my gosh, they're all coming out now. Terry, I second that. Oh, well, thank you for that. Okay, so we are within 90 seconds now of the closing. What do we have? Let's go to all stocks quickly. So any particular movement? I mean, everything is just up. Everything is getting lifted today. It's really, really incredible. Bitcoin, 57.5. So I feel like this was a little higher not that long ago. Let's go to the hour candle here. No, 57.6. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. So it's pretty much there. Carnival, even Carnival's doing well. We were joking earlier, we should do like a course members cruise ship where we just buy the whole cruise ship for like 4 days or something like that. It'd be hilarious. After the pandemic, obviously. Tilray, look at cannabis making a comeback. What happened? What happened here? Wow, some news must have come out of Tilray. We'll do the opening bell, and then we'll find out what's going on at Tilray, but something happened at Tilray. That's a big bump right there. Canoe's almost at 15. It didn't make it to 15 during during our stream here, or during the day here, but no problem. All right, we are closing in about 30 seconds. Even Plug Power is pumping. Whew! Very, very stable run today. I mean, very, very, very nice market movement here. Clearly, this is what we're seeing. And remember what I said, when the market comes back, it comes back fast. It's not a surprise. You get all these institutional investors that are like, oh, crap, we're missing out on all the deals over there. Oh, it's over there. It's crazy.
3%, 57,500. As we approach the close, NASDAQ Composite 2.5% higher at 4% of gains now for the week, and a record close for the S&P and the Dow with 0.6% for the Dow, 1% for the S&P. Very strong session, very strong week on our hands. So far, the Dow's up by over 3%.
Cue the music.
Decent close, and looks like that'll do it for record high on the S&P and the Dow, as you say. A double record. Welcome back, everyone, to Closing Bell. I'm Sarah Eisen here with Wilfred Frost and Mike Santoli, CNBC senior markets commentator. Take a look at how we finished up the day on Wall Street. The Dow up 188 points, about 0.5%, and that is enough for a record high. Closed yesterday about 32,000 for the first time ever. Its fifth positive session in a row, up for the week about 3.2%. The S&P 500 closing up 1%, and that is a new record high. First time we've hit that since mid-February. We needed 39.34 to get there, and it looks like we just did, with most sectors higher, technology in the lead. That explains the NASDAQ's 2.5% gain today. It's been a strong week for the NASDAQ, bouncing back as well from last week, up 3.7% so far for the week. Small caps also joined the party. They were up 2.3%, fifth day in a row of gains there. And for the week,
I have to say, like, one of the one of the downsides of the S&P 500, like an index fund, right? One of the downsides, and I don't ever want to bag on index funds because I think they're great for people who don't want to be involved in the market regularly. But one of the downsides of the S&P 500 is you would have kind of, like, one of the plus is you would have kind of ridden out this last like 2 week kind of tech wreck that we saw. You wouldn't have been hit too hard, but you would have also not had the opportunities, right? So it's crazy, it's kind of funny. So we're going to look at after hours here. We got earnings coming up. We got a lot of things coming up. Let's do it, folks. This is going to be fun. So let's see what they're saying here for a moment.
Quite gotten to that point where you're persuaded that it's anything more than just a really strong bounce. So I think you have to keep that in mind.
I mean, a strong bounce. I think it's more than a strong bounce. I think it's really institutional investors realizing they effed up and they oversold tech. It's the freaking suits, man. Paper hander weenies. Okay, so we got OGI. Wow, look at the close. Just the closing numbers right here. Nano Dimension over 18.3%. Absolutely incredible. We got Xpeng 13%. So oversold. We got Canoe 13.8%. Jivo, Plug, Lemonade, all up 12%. Shift, Li Auto, Neo, QuantumScape. QuantumScape coming back. What are they at right now? $58. Wow. Geez, man. Invite, Bumble, Redfin, all up 10 to 11%. EXPI. I mean, here's the money print and the tendies right now. Churchill up 8%, Etsy 7%. I mean, everything that got wrecked, all of the stuff that we went shopping for at the bottom is having its return to glory here. See, and then on the red, you've got Nordstrom, Gap, Darden, Fizz, GM, Berkshire, Pfizer, Rocket, Wells Fargo, AT&T, Cheesecake. All right, folks, let's see how the after hours look. And then we do have earnings coming up. So we've got multiple earnings coming up. I do believe we have, well, let's see here. We'll pull up the earnings calendar. Who has a particular, give me some ticker symbols for earnings that are coming out. I know we've got Posh coming out. Just say earnings and then the ticker if you don't mind, because I know there's excitement to see other tickers as well. But I know Posh is reporting, at least I think they are. DocuSign. Oh, I like DocuSign. It's just such a like DocuSign to me is such a buy when you get under 200. But if it misses, maybe it's a buy. But let's get okay. So we got Posh right here. Oh, EXPI today. Okay. So let's get. I should have known. I don't honestly care so terribly much about earnings because it's more work for me. Wait, no, they reported this morning, didn't they? Yeah, EXPI was this morning. We already looked at EXPI this morning. That's right. I was going to do my deep dive. See, that didn't even process right. That's right. Yeah, we did that this morning. Docu. Okay, Docu is in about 1 minute. DocuSign should be reporting. So FNKO earnings. I don't even know what that is. That doesn't mean I shouldn't. FNKO. What is this? Funko? No idea what that is, but I'll pull it up here. What else we got? Earnings. We got Ulta. Oh, Microvision. Let's pull up MViz. Yeah, good one, Venzo. We got you. Microvision. Here we go. What else do we have? Okay. I think those are the big ones. Those are probably the big ones. All right, let's see what we got coming in here. So, okay, there we go. Funko just reported. So whatever stock this is, sales are up 6%. We've got earnings, adjusted earnings per share, 29 cents versus 18 cents year over year. This is good. That's a beat. That's a strong beat. That's beating by more than 50% over the expectation, right? I mean, again, I have no idea what this stock is. Oops, that's definitely the old Weeble. FNK. No, it was Funko, right? Yeah, Funko. Okay, it's actually a softening. No, it's barely moving in after hours. Interesting. I mean, I have no idea what the stock is, so I really have limited commentary here, but at least you saw it. There we go. Okay, I don't know. It seems like with that, if I read that correctly, that should be pretty nice here. Okay, what do we got? Oh, DocuSign. Here we go. DocuSign beats by about $15 million. That's what is that? 15 divided by I don't know, like 519 expectation. Sorry, of a beat of what is that? 2.8%. Okay, small beat. Oh, the EPS really beat though. 27 versus the estimate of 22. That's a big beat. That's more than oh wow, that's good. Big projected revenue. Good move on DocuSign. That should move up nicely. There we go. Funko's up 3%. See, like I said, that had to go up. We just saw it early. I mean, we saw that candlestick go from 0.8% up. DocuSign, on the other hand, they beat nicely here, and they are trading down on this beat, which this is the unpredictability of earnings. So I just don't know. Are people like, how? That's interesting. Let's see what's going on here. DocuSign, and hey, I mean, if DocuSign dips, what did they say? It depends on what they said. Sometimes they could say something stupid too. So beats estimates, we saw that. Loss per share 30. Okay, 1,074 million. Okay, well, let's see. Announces fourth quarter fiscal. Let's see the letter. So sometimes literally it's the letter that moves it. Okay, fiscal became a pillar of the anywhere economy. DocuSign's like pretty sure they're the number one in these signings. Billings 46% increase year over year. Guidance. Where's their guidance? Okay, gross margin was 75%. That's so good. Okay, let's see. Billings up. The big thing, a problem that they have is they spend so much money on sales, and that's why they're losing money. Is subscription revenue, billings, and that'll webcast. Nope, no guidance. No forward-looking statements. That's just the disclosure. I don't see guidance here, although I haven't got through the whole thing either yet. Let's see. These are the financial statements. You know, sometimes you got to be really watchful on DocuSign for advertising. So, for example, if I go up here, let's see if they break it down. So we got our revs. The subscription revenue is obviously their main driver with 410 mil. That's crazy. Oh, sales and marketing. Wow. Yeah. I mean, 3 months ended. That's a big extra spend. I mean, they spent almost, what, $60,000 more? That's a good chunk more. That's like not quite a third. What is that, like 27, 25% more? Yeah, a fourth more. No, more than a fourth more. Somewhere around 30% is what they spent. That's a lot. So this will be something to digest. I'm bullish on DocuSign. I'm actually surprised with a beat. I mean, it's not a huge beat, like the 2% or whatever, 2.8%. So maybe the beat just wasn't big enough. That's probably what it is with DocuSign going down 2% here. I don't like buying this one over $20 anyway. Sorry, $200, not $20. At $220, it's a little pricey, so that's okay. What's the other one? Funko up 2%. That one looked like it had a big beat for that company. Okay, now 4%. So I wouldn't be shocked if that one moves a little more. Again, I don't even know what that one does. Let's look at the other earnings quickly here. So DocuSign beat, but it's going down. Here we go. Microvision. Okay, so Microvision announces loss of 3.57 mil, revenue of $395,000. Why do we even look at earnings for Microvision? Like, Microvision is trying to get acquired, right? They're trying to get acquired. That's what they want, or they want a manufacturing partner. We're not expecting them to make money. So they sold, I mean, $395,000. That's low, right? That's very, very, very low. Yeah, okay. Yep, you're going to have your webcast at 2. Okay, let's scroll down here. About Microvision, forward-looking statements. They didn't really say much. Yeah, because they want to get acquired. You know, they're developing their LiDAR tech, and they want to get acquired. So let's see. Product rev, 3 months ended 2020. Nothing. No, and that's the thing, because they're not manufacturing their product. There is no product revenue because there's no product. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say there's no product. There is a product. The product just, it's not in manufacturing yet, so you can't sell it. They don't have anybody who makes it yet. It's one of the downsides of MViz. So, okay, they get some licensing fees on their patents. Obviously, there's no margin to apply to that. You do have R&D expenses, lots of R&D expenses. Look at how much money they're spending on sales and marketing. 1.3, this is thousands, right? Thousands, yeah. So $1.3 million in marketing, but what are they marketing? I hope they didn't spend $1.3 million on a YouTube video where they do the graphic of like the LiDAR in front of what's in front of the car. But like, what did you spend $1.3 million on marketing? I mean, I know we have G&A in here too, so I doubt there's much marketing. Sales, I guess you could have people on payroll trying to find like suitors, because I know that's what the executives are doing. But yeah, all right. So what else do we have here? So we got DocuSign, Funko, we got Posh out. Posh. Hold on. Oh, here we go.
As a public company, it was, of course, a recent IPO. They're putting out an adjusted profit of 5 cents. This one isn't comparable here to analyst estimates. The revenues look like a small beat at $69.3 million compared to estimates from 7 analysts of $68 million. That does represent growth of 27% year over year. The gross merchandise value, that was up 28% year over year to $387 million. The first quarter revenue guidance, though, does look a bit light, the range that they're giving compared to what the analysts had been expecting. The company
guidance is everything right now.
12-month active buyers reached 6.5 million in the fourth quarter of 2020, which marks a 20% year-over-year increase from 5.4 million in the fourth quarter of 2019. Shares are down 5% here, again, reacting to Poshmark's first earnings report as a publicly traded company. Back over to you.
Cool. Thanks so much for that one. Poshmark down 5%. Mike, to round.
Okay, let's look at the after hours. Let's see what's happening in the after hours here. So really solid beat on Funko. No idea what the stock is, but the beat looked very, very promising. DocuSign beat looked promising, but something must have been said that hurt that one. So Dave & Buster's is up 3% in the after hours. EXPI up. Booking Holdings, Darden, Snowflake, Abbott, NGA. These guys are all up about 0.5% here, so no crazy movement here. Going to the dark side, we've got OGI down 2%, but that's nothing given the what they have, 39% gain today. Fuel Cell giving back a little bit of that 12% gain they had here. Microvision falling on these earnings. Not a surprise. No sales, right? Not a surprise. If you are investing in Microvision, you're either riding the social media pump or the hope that they get acquired. The reason I invested it was for the potential acquisition. And so when I saw it go from 7 to 21, I'm like, well, I don't want to be in this forever, so I'll take some money out. That's obviously different with you know, I made good money pulling out on the Microvision, but I don't want to sell Lucid, for example, because I I like this one long term. I like the stock. Okay, so hold on. What else was losing here? Tilray giving back a little bit. DocuSign still got that 2% down. Wayfair there 1.5%. Wayfair still at those higher prices. Funko makes the Pop collectible toys. They look like cute bobbleheads. No way! Oh my gosh, I had an addiction to those when I was, I would say, 13. I would eBay those Pop bobbleheads. And I would just like eBay, buy and sell them. Mostly buy, to the point where my dad made a shelf for me that was kind of like, almost like a crown molding shelf. You'd have a step stool, and I put all my bobbleheads up there, and I just had this like long row of Oh, I love bobbleheads. That's cool. Now I like the company. That's awesome. That's super cool. Big fan. Are you, okay, hold on. Are you able to, because they fall under budget reconciliation, not a regular bill, CNBC has a whole article. Big fan, stimulus check. Are you able? CNBC, you tagged me on Twitter. I don't, Tashi, I don't know. Is there a recent CNBC? What's the CNBC article titled? Just read it off to me, or type it in there, or maybe somebody else can. Some CNBC article about stimulus, someone says. If you're asking if Biden signed, I did make a video about that. Let's see here. All right, we'll see. Oh, Warren Buffett's net worth surpasses $100 billion for the first time. All right, pop on sale at GameStop. Oh, how cool. Didn't even know that. So, but then again, I also haven't been to GameStop in quite a few years. Okay, so pretty nominal after hours here. Let's go look at the yields here quickly. Let's see what the 10's up to. The 10-year. Let us see. This freaking bobbleheads is so cool. The only bobblehead I ever broke was Carmen Electra. All my other ones survived. But that one broke. I think her arm broke off. I can't remember, though. Okay, line chart. I'm not adding to Bitcoin at the moment. No, not with this crazy crash we had on everything but Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin did go down about 20%. But look, Bitcoin can go down 20%. Apple went down 10%. I'm not adding to those. I'm adding to the stuff that went down 30%. The Xpeng, the Neo, the Redfin, the Tesla, right? Those are juicy. The worst one to break, yeah. It actually, I either broke it I think I broke it taking it out of the box, which is like the worst way to buy, like when you get a new toy or something like that, it breaks coming out of the box. Yeah, it was unfortunate. That's the only one I ever broke, because the other, I just babied those things, and getting the new boxes, especially like the Marvel characters like Hulk or whatever, man, there was a period of time that the cereal Smacks, I don't know if anybody even remembers Smacks. I don't think that exists anymore. They put bobbleheads in the cereal. And I convinced my dad to get 3 boxes of Smacks every time we went to the store. He wouldn't buy more. But then I'm like, well, then let's just go to the store more often. That was when I was like 24. No, I'm just kidding. It's like 7 or something like that. But anyway, so what do we got over here? So this is Golden Smacks. That's right. Yeah, so 1.52 on the 10-year. Okay, so nothing special here. Smacks with the Frog. That's right. They still exist? Oh, okay. Man, I miss those. I'll have to get some of those again. Okay, here, PPP. Why excited to report gross over net? Is loan based on sales? Well, it depends. Whatever gives you more money. Look, if you've got $100,000 gross and you could get $100,000 divided by anybody self-employed listening to this should do this. If you could get 2.5 times that, you could get $20,800 for free with the PPP if that's what your gross is. If your net is $40,000, let's say, then you're only getting $8,300. You see, like the gross is a beautiful, beautiful number. It gets a little trickier if you have a lot of employees. All right, let's see. Give us your top 5 cereal brands. What is this? What is this conversation turning into? 365 wheat waffles and Cheerios right now, and I'd probably put Smacks up there. But there are some other good ones. Fruit Loops. Anyway. Okay, so ChargePoint selling off. Let's figure out what's going on. Oh, Tilray and ChargePoint. We gotta. Cinnamon Stop. That's really good. Honey Smacks. Yeah, maybe that was the official title. I just called them Smacks. That's all I remember. That was my childhood, growing up on Smacks and Snackwell wafer. No, they weren't wafers. They were the buttery cookies. Maybe they want butter eater. I don't know. Anyway, we got to focus here. Tilray and ChargePoint. What's happening? Oh, ChargePoint reported. That's right. Okay, what happened here? A short interest on sauce. I'll look at that in a sec. That's fine. Give me a Fruity Pebble. Greetings from Germany. Hello, Paul Schutzmann. Schutzmann. Is it Schutz? No, it's U. That's U-E is U. Schutzmann. Greetings. Hi. That's cool. Hello. Okay. Focus, Kevin. Focus. News. We have news to cover. Get the news out. Okay, switchback files. 8K. We don't care about this, do we? We want fourth quarter financial results. Here we go. Oh, hold on. CNBC. Are they covering it?
Hi, Wolf. Yeah, so that stock under pressure despite really strong earnings and revenue.
Ulta.
We'll get to those details in just a moment.
Oh!
Likely down because of news of a CEO transition. So just learning that President Dave Kimball will succeed Mary Dillon as chief executive officer. Dillon had been CEO of Ulta for 8 years. More on that in just a moment. Taking a look at those numbers. So EPS came in strong. I'm
going to pull up the short interest app really quick too. They made me pay for the entire year rather than like paying monthly. I mean, I guess it doesn't make that much of a difference. But just for me to be able to read out the short interest data, I think they charged me, what was it? I think it was $8,100 just for that one thing. Yeah, but that's an ouchie on Ulta. On the CEO transition, you know, people didn't like it when Bezos pulled out of Amazon either. We were going to look at ChargePoint as well. That's actually what we were just doing. So let's focus on ChargePoint. So ChargePoint, here we go. ChargePoint, okay, EV strengthened. Let's see, exceeding forecast, increased cash. Okay, here we go. Gross margin. Margin was 21%, up from 20.4% in the prior year. I mean, that's good. Fourth quarter okay, got it. It must have been their guidance. What happened? Fourth quarter GAAP net loss was 90 mil compared to 33.8 mil in the fourth quarter of the prior. Oh, that's a big loss. Okay, change in the fair value of the company's convertible preferred stock warrant liability. Oh God, this is gonna be another one that I have to like sit down with a spreadsheet to figure out. It's so hard to come up with a quick conclusion when they start doing this kind of stuff. Let's see. Let's quickly look here at their sheets. So consolidated statement of operations on ChargePoint. They had revenue. Whoa. Well, there's a problem. What's up with this? Why was their network charging system revenue lower for the 3 months ending Jan 21 than over here in 2020? 3 months ending Jan 21. I mean, can we blame COVID for that? Really? Why? That's what I'd be curious about. Why did the charging system revenue drop? Look at the 12-month, too, from 101 to 91. I mean, this makes more sense, potentially. Well, does it, though? Yeah, I mean, I guess because of COVID. This could be COVID. But the 3 months, that's a little more interesting to me. Subscriptions going up, that's fine. Network charging systems, their margin's not actually that great on those chargers. Their margin's much better on subscriptions, but their margin on these chargers is not good. 303, 25, 677. Oh, sorry, divide. What am I doing? Come on. Divided by 9%. They had 91% cost. 91% cost on the chargers. And how does that compare to last year? 28,056 divided by 29,873. 90. Okay, so it's gotten better because it was 6% margin and it's gone up to, what did I say, like 9% margin? Still seems low. Sales and marketing was flat. Why? Why are they not marketing this more? Why would they? I mean, like, some marketing increase. Not have a marketing increase is bizarre. And like, did you just fire everyone during COVID, or did you just rest on the laurels of the fact that you're SPACing and everybody knows about you? R&D, consistent. Interesting. I mean, this does not feel like a high like if somebody just gave me this consolidated balance sheet and nothing else about the company, I would not call this a growth company. So that is that's potentially why ChargePoint's down here. I don't know. because they got some other funky stuff going on as well. And who knows what their forecast was as well. But I have to say, just looking at that sheet, if I blindly looked at that sheet, I would not be calling this a growth company. I would not be happy about it. They probably had charging points to Tesla. I can't write everything off to Texas. Not Tesla, to Texas. New York Democrats start discussing running for governor as Cuomo resists calls to resign. Why do these notifications come up all the time? GameStop falling a little bit here. GameStop down 4.6%. ChargePoint now down 5%, taking the lead of losses. Personally, I'm not happy about that one. Hold on. What's this market snapshot?
Are in this reflation mode, pricing in the potential for higher inflation in years to come. This is the 10-year break-even rate of inflation. So essentially above this rate, investors in Treasury inflation-protected securities would make money. Below this rate, they would not. It would be so this is essentially the market's best guess on forward inflation. But very importantly, it's not some kind of perfectly accurate wisdom of crowds estimate of exactly what inflation is going to be. You see it's at about a 7-year high going back to 2014. We were higher here exactly 10 years ago.
I just want to quickly respond to this. Yes, more people teleworking is an issue, but I would have seen this last pandemic as an opportunity to get more of these chargers out, because you want to be prepared for this EV wave that's coming, right? I'll have to read into that, or we'll probably have to listen to the earnings call to understand that better. And yes, subscription revenue growth is great, certainly higher margins, but we'll see.
Trade war type stuff. And yeah, I think, in other words, everyone sees this as the potential risk to come. So we're already sort of consumed with expectation for some kind of an uptick in inflation. Statistically, it's going to happen in the next few months anyway. I would just argue that sometimes the type of thing that you see coming that really is what you should be worrying about. And maybe markets are getting at least slowly priced for this possibility, guys.
What is the y-axis there? 100 what? 100%? Every search is inflation?
It's as there's been more mentioned. Basically, the maximum.
It's relative. That's like the RSI, relative strength. So low mentions versus high mentions. So what? So people crash the market by searching about inflation. Okay, big deal. I'm over it. I talk about inflation all the time because I love the Fed. I don't want to say I love them in terms of I worship them. I love studying the Fed. Is the correct thing to say there. Yeah, we covered EXPI this morning. You think since Bitcoin is going back up to all-time high, mining companies like Riot will hit a peak again? Who knows? Mining is something I'm trying to understand better, but I don't yet.
Going to be one of her integral stocks. It feels with Cathie Wood so much that she really has her key winners that she dives into, particularly when there's a sell-off. You've seen it with Tesla. What do we know about their focus?
Tommy, a lot on ChargePoint. Just scroll back like 8 minutes, man.
Early days for this stock, and Cathie has 5 actively managed funds. She's got a ton of money to work with, so too early to tell. I think if this is going to be one of her core holdings, but I think that's sort of the question people are asking: what's going to be her next Tesla? She's known for her bet on that stock. What other funds is she going to really put her stamp of approval on?
One good thing is that, she makes all these things public, of course, of being an actively managed ETF. So every day you can sort of look back at what her positions were from the previous day and what changed and what didn't. Have we seen anything in the past? I mean, obviously the addition of Roblox, certainly interesting, but have we seen anything in the past that gave us a little bit of insight into maybe how she's thinking?
Well, she's definitely, when we've seen these dips in the tech sector, she's always bought, which is one thing that's sort of been consistent, especially when Tesla dips, she buys more, and she's been very consistent in her messaging on that. In terms of other things that she's bought, when she, purchased a stake of the DraftKings sports betting company, that helps send its stock higher. So people really do, look at what she's been trading.
Claire Coupang, the South Korean e-commerce giant, I mean, one of the top U.S. IPOs, I think, Romain, and correct me if I'm wrong, the biggest IPO from a foreign company since Alibaba. From an Asian company since Alibaba. I mean, Claire, what do you make of the fundraising round?
It's been really incredible. And I think to me it speaks.
Okay, we're going to back off for a sec of Coupang here, and we're going to jump on over into short interest data. Okay. So, all right, where are we going? Short interest data. There we go. Okay, somebody was asking about SOS. Coming up, I'm going to read some of these tickers off first off the course chat here. SOS is at 8.58% per current short interest data. Shift at 7.62%. We've got Palantir is 4%. Palantir just doesn't get shorted. CCIV, I could see that potentially getting some more shorts. Not really, 6.2%. Nope. Oh, did Tesla go up yet? Nope. Still, Tesla short actually went down here recently. All right, what other ones do we have here? You deep in SOS, look up OCGN, Neo Ride. Neo is 4.23. OCGN is short interest data here is 8. Let's look at GME. EBON, I don't even know what that is. Canoe, Go EV, yeah, sure. 20 point. Wow, the short interest on GameStop is plummeting. It's 20% now. That's pretty low. 10.11%. CIIC. RKT. 12.45% on CIIC. RKT. Yeah, let's see if RKT went down. FNC. Oh, big plummet there. Big plummet. So you had that short squeeze and it was over. It was squeeze and it squoze. XRT. Click save button on Black App and you don't have to take. Oh, really? Really? Does that work? Current view, last save today. Well, let's see. AMC. AMC for the lulz. Okay, 17.3%. For 25K in a trading account, the day before Tesla, before 20% Tesla, and I got paralyzed at 8% open. Feel like I missed the train. Unfortunately, that can happen. What happens is the market starts running and it literally runs away from you. It's very, 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 very common for people to go, oh, wait for, is WoW even a stock? Wait for, it is 1%. It's very, very common for people to say, oh, just wait for the bottom. Then when it's the bottom, you know, then we'll buy. Well, then the bottom runs away from you and it doesn't go back down. You know, nothing on Matterport. No. And so that's why when people are like, oh, no, this dip's just going to keep dipping. Don't catch a falling knife. I did the same thing in the pandemic. Nothing's changed. I'm predictable. Yeah, I did the same damn thing. Ride, 9.5. Which stocks have not left the station yet? Yeah, Ride is at 9.5%. What's Hive doing? Yeah, Hive. Is that not what the stock is? I guess apparently not. Okay, MVIS. General counsel just retired. I think that's a good sign of a deal. I actually don't think that's a good sign of a deal. If I were general counsel, I would want to be there for the deal because I'm going to make some big bucks. If they retire, that's honestly partly a sign, in my opinion, that they're like tired of waiting for a deal. 18% on VIA. XRT. Pins. I don't think Pins is very high. I could be wrong on that. 4%, yeah. Like Etsy. Let's see. I bet you Wayfair might be the higher one. Okay. I'll get. Oh no, Etsy's 4.9. And what's Wayfair? Yeah, Wayfair's at 16%. Yep, that makes a whole lot more sense. Blank. Okay. All right. No more. I'm done. 41% on Blink. Oh my god. That's crazy. Okay, let's stop for a second on the short interest data here. Blink, seriously? Blink charging? 17% in the day. Yeah, this was one of our leaders. Went down to $25. It's back to 41. I mean, what a run. How many times were we looking at this going, Blink is back to December pricing? Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry, one sec. Here we go. All right. So what's moving in the after hours? GameStop down 4 again. DocuSign selling off a little bit. I mean, I'd love to be able to pick this up at 220. Sorry, 200. Do you believe Fisker can compete with Tesla in the future? I believe they're the only car to the car was ahead of its time. You know, I think it's going to depend. It's gonna it's gonna depend. And even Lucid, it's gonna depend. You know, big bets on obviously Tesla. Funko 10%. Nice run on Funko in the after hours there. Let's go to after hours. I'm surprised Funko runs so much. But I mean, they did have a good beat. Shift up 0.5%. All right, let's go to all stocks. There we go. Sort. It's up. Canoe's up again. Wind's up a little bit again. Shift, American, Enphase. Good. Okay, so just another kind of benign after hours here, with the exception of ChargePoint, which we talked about. One we did not yet talk about, though, which had a big boom out of nowhere today, was Tilray. Like, why? And is that a sign for the whole sector? Tilray. Workhorse. Yeah, we haven't even looked at Workhorse in a while. Okay, Workhorse. Sorry, Tilray. Okay, pot stocks climb. Mexican lower house passed cannabis bill. Is that what it moved off? No, because the news. This started running at like 1 o'clock, not at 6. So that is interesting. Amazon quiet. Okay, here. U.S. listed cannabis stocks climbed in the pre-market after Mexico's lower house voted Wednesday to liberalize the nation's marijuana laws in a bid to create the world's biggest legal market for the substance and cut drug cartel profits. Wow. Okay. Very interesting. Yeah, no, actually pretty benign right now. Marquez Brownlee tweeted about GoEV. Oh, did he? He actually did a review video that I thought was pretty good on the Lucid car. Let's see. MKBH. There we go. What does he got to say? Okay. It is. That's what we said this morning. That's so funny. We literally said that this morning, and I did not read his tweet. 6 hours ago, were we live? No, we were live way earlier than 6 hours ago. But that's so funny. It is the opposite of Cybertruck. In fact, this morning, what did I say? I said Cybertruck is rugged, and this is cute. This is what I call it. I could not agree more. Nailed it. Wow. Cool. Fed is kind of stuck. What are you talking about? What you saying about my boy Jerome?
Effectively buy treasuries and add bank reserves to the system. And if banks have to count those reserves as assets, all of a sudden the denominator of that ratio, the SLR ratio, increases substantially. And so they need to raise more capital or hold more capital in order to basically satisfy the SLR requirements. So it's going to be a real constraint on them, and that might cap lending, or they may even turn away deposits in a worst case scenario. Jamie Dimon has floated that possibility. Although obviously he stands to benefit if the SLR is extended.
Fearmonger!
All right, Bloomberg Opinions. Brian Chapata there. You can check out his column.
No, I totally disagree with that. The banks are already capitalized at over 5%, and that's where they have to be with the these requirements, the liquidity requirements. So they're already over 5%. They're close to 5%. They are over 5%. Gosh, this looks spammy. There's so much on the screen. Like, I wish they would just let me like full screen, just Bloomberg there and not all the other stuff. I got plenty of stuff to put elsewhere. I don't know what Beam is. What's Beam? Beam stock, BEAM. What is this? BEAM. Should I know about this? Supplements? No. Is it a supplement company? Maybe that's why I don't know about it. Beam Therapeutics? CRISPR-based editing? Is that it? I have no idea. Okay. So, light. Yeah, no kidding. On Bloomberg, right? Yeah. Okay, so Fox is on commercial. Bloomberg's on commercial. Okay. Sometimes these are interesting. Let's listen for a second. Stop.
A new study finds that nearly 4 in 10 Americans are using someone else's streaming account. I didn't know there was something wrong with that. Lending
4 in 10.
1,500 people and found that Netflix is the service whose passwords are shared the most, which may explain why Netflix is testing a crackdown on account sharing.
Oh, Beam, the portable solar charging company. Yeah, Okay, I remember now. I talked about that one a few weeks ago. I was not jazzed about that idea. I think it relies on emergency situations, scenarios. It's just not like it's a niche product. It's not a mainstream product. That was a no for me, at least initially on, yeah, but now I remember that. I do remember this company now. All right, what else is going on? Oh, Microvision is pumping after those earnings. Wow. Okay, I'm shocked. I mean, if they say anything in their call that implies they have a deal, they will blow up. Like this stock will just go over $20 instantly. They need a suitor. That's all. That's what you're investing in. You're investing in their capability of finding a suitor. Like I think Tesla should buy them and just figure out how to get the cost of that LiDAR dirt cheap and put it into every rear view mirror, and then you're done. But I'm not an engineer, nor do I have any say. So what's up with Workhorse? I mean, Workhorse is back to $17. This got beat up. Workhorse got beat to crap. How low did it go over here in this crash? It went to 11. Yeah. Oh my God. Jeez, man. Oh God. A few days ago, everything was so cheap. So cheap. All right. What else do we have? We have a coupon code down below. It gets you 38% off. We do have that. Okay. So anything else going on here? Let's see. CNBC's on commercial. We've got Kudlow. What's Kudlow got to say? I did see that. I will look at this CCIV test drive video in detail later. Okay. What's Kudlow got to say?
Will stay tough on China. The Communist Party just voted, get this, I love this, 2,895 to nothing, 0, to pass a new law that essentially gives them control of Hong Kong's elections. That coming a week before Secretary...
Come on, Kudlow. Stick to stocks.
All right, so joining us with more is Johnny Trivedi, Bloomberg opinion columnist covering industrial companies in Asia, been writing a lot about semiconductors. And Johnny, thank you so much for joining us. Let's actually start. We just got this news about Huawei and the Biden administration continuing to tighten the screws. In your view, how much is this accelerating the urgency and the speed with which China is developing its own sort of like high-class, world-class chip industry?
China has always had a sense of urgency to get ahead in semiconductors, and they haven't quite gotten there. If you look at just basic trade data, you'll see that China still imports a fair amount of this. The latest export licenses is something that has been kind of in play for the last couple of years. Firms are always indirectly using U.S. technology, and China has because China is a step behind, this probably makes that worse. That initial expectation that that we kind of got that boost yesterday after the news about the working group between the Semiconductor Association. But this kind of just... All
right, this is boring. Okay, sorry. Like the semiconductor thing, maybe it's just a play I just don't understand as much. Although I will say that the Taiwanese semiconductor industry, that one's piqued my interest.
Drug makers are trying to keep pace with the new variants of the virus. Hey, Meg.
Thanks for joining. Appreciate that.
There are a few so-called variants of concern that public health experts are following closely right now. Of those, one known as B1351, which was first identified in South Africa, poses the most risk to protection from the vaccines. Now, vaccine makers are already working on updating the shots to address this variant, and Moderna announced yesterday it had dosed the first participants in a trial of these new vaccines. We spoke with Andrea Carfi, head of infectious disease research.
I do like NVIDIA. That's definitely one of the ones that I do like. There were a few companies. Oh, here we go. So there were some companies I wanted to do some digging on today. I'll add GNOG. GNOG. Yeah, there are 4 or 5 companies I really want to look in today, and I have some more videos to post as well, obviously. Okay, so yeah, I mean, look, let's look at the sticks again here. But folks, this is pretty benign right now. I mean, in a good way. I'll take it, right? Don't get me wrong. Like, we'll take it. I'll take the green. We will take your money. It's actually not really taking anybody's money when the market's going up. It's just so much buy pressure leads to prices going up, and really you're creating money out of thin air in some regards. Okay, kind of a really nominal after hours here. GameStop DocuSign down about 3%. Microvision EXPI up. NGA up again. This one's gonna keep. I wouldn't be shocked. This one keeps trending up. Yeah, Affirm. How did this end today? Pretty flat. Yeah, it was pretty much flat all day too. Okay. I got nothing else. There's nothing. I mean, here we'll look at top news really quick, really fast. We'll look at top news. Sometimes there's something juicy here. Just type in top. Go. And then as you go, make sure to coupon code. See, look, you can see my hand kind of scrolling over here. Courses and bundles, link down below. I got to fix that. Okay. Even Dowdy Dow gets a lift on stimulus. Is this what they write in the Suits terminal? Dowdy Dow? Okay. KKK. Well, oh, okay. I thought that said KKK. I'm like, what? What is happening? It says KKR. Oh my God. Firm behind biggest Bitcoin trust is hiring an entire ETF team. Ulta Slides, Purple Innovation founder. What? Purple Innovation founders. Banker. Daniel Webb said to plan SPAC. Okay. And so he's going to do a SPAC. Cool. I mean, everybody's in a SPAC. Yeah, I mean, we got nothing. This is, yeah, sorry. There's no entertainment. We did good. It's the calm. Is it the eye of the storm or is it after the storm? I have no idea. I have no idea. You have a great platform. Do you believe if YouTube people to buy F-Cell, it'll blow up? I don't know. I mean, I'm always worried about hydrogen blowing up, you know? It's something that we should always be concerned with. No, I think fuel cell is more of a 2030 play for me.
As a soldier, you can't sit on the sidelines. You have to jump in. And here, thanks to a lot of biopharmaceutical companies who are contributing to COVID-19 fight, and obviously we have experience, we have expertise, we have a network. We thought, we can bring this to the U.S. to save lives. That's the reason we jumped in.
And I know you are focused on the U.S. and getting distribution here. I guess I'm wondering why the U.S. government would purchase your vaccine when it's already doing so from Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, and maybe soon Novavax.
Dude, I did not lower.
Shankar, just wondering about the market.
Did he go away?
Why you're focused on the U.S. and what kind of customer you think.
Okay, whatever. That was really awkward. Oh, wow. Sarah, back at it again. No, she's great. I enjoy watching the whole CNBC team. Okay, folks. All right. Well, that's all, folks. He's back. Thanks for being here. We will see you in the next one.